Alright folks, just give you all a second to join us. We're here in Santa Rosa. I'm going to turn the comments on. Alright, this used to be apparently, I believe, a hotel and winery. You can see there's all sorts of debris on the ground. I don't know if there was an explosion or what. But there's all sorts of debris. Hello folks. Chris, Gerard, thanks for joining us. Just gonna walk around for a minute, show you all some of what's happening here in Santa Rosa. In case you don't know, there's been large wildfires that have been burning out of control. We're right at the scene of where a large Hilton hotel burned. I'm gonna keep going. This was the Fountain Grove Inn and Hotel that burned. Can't really see because this is a brick structure, but this building's completely burned out too. How's it going? Hello? Just walking down the street here a little. There's a trailer park over here, and that's what got completely burned out, so I'm gonna walk over there and show you all that. How's it going? Good. Came all the way from Brentwood? There's first res-
Do you have press credentials?
Yes sir, yes sir. Police are being pretty strict about who can get in and out of the area. Tried to get a drone up earlier, but I got stopped. We'll just show you what's going on. This is where it's really bad. This is the trailer park. I'll try to get the focus a little better here. So what's going on is that these first responders are literally digging for bodies in this trailer park. I'll give you a better vantage point here in a sec. But yeah, this is California. This is in Santa Rosa. I don't know if you guys can hear me, if my audio is okay, but really appreciate you all tuning in. Kind of move around a little more and give you a better idea of the whole scene. Let the focus kick in there. Come on. Just get away from that fence. All right. So you can see that these were mobile homes. Charred cars, charred mobile homes, literally burnt to cinders. Yeah, this was the result of the massive forest fires that actually came into the city of Santa Rosa. You can see that there's you can see Santa Rosa locals are all wearing protective masks because the air quality is really low right now. Especially, I mean, the forest fire has got the air quality low, but when stuff like this burns up, it puts a lot of toxins into the air that are super harmful. I'm not sure how many people were killed in this fire, but just a few minutes ago I definitely watched them pulling bodies out. The body that I saw them pulling out, they were scooping up with their hands because I don't think there was much left, unfortunately. Down here so you can see all these trees in the way, but you can see the first responders, hold my camera steady, just sifting through the rubble slowly. I think the fire came at night in this area, and I just think that it moved really fast and that the wind speed was really high, and I don't think people were expecting it to hit as hard as it did. And I think that some people, you know, maybe weren't mobile. I know that a lot of the fatalities that are being confirmed right now are older people who might have not had great mobility in getting out of there. And some people might have just felt safe in their homes. You know, it's pretty devastating. I don't know what that piece of debris is. I'll walk over here. Yeah, it's a pretty serious situation. I know that there's hundreds of people that are still missing in the area. And search and rescue crews are just sort of scrambling to find everybody. I'm gonna walk back down here again. It is here, camera. It's a pretty rough situation because scenes like this are going on all over California, and you know, it's just there's thousands and thousands of responders, a lot of prison inmates that are working on crews, and volunteers, just a whole spectrum of folks that are involved in the recovery effort and in the search and rescue process. Someone's yelling on a megaphone. Anyway, I'm gonna get a better vantage point because up here you can really see the whole situation. Okay, so from up here you can get a better vantage point of how big this trailer park really is that burned. You know, to me it's especially sad to see this just because a lot of these people were probably living here on lower incomes and didn't have the kind of financial resources to get out of the area like maybe other folks did. And I mean, either way it's really sad, and don't really know what else to say about it. You can see this is just right off the freeway. This is right off the 101 freeway. If you ever go from Southern California to Northern California, Highway 101 is one of the major routes. And you can see this devastating fire took place right off the freeway, right where it would be the easiest to put out. And you know, I don't blame anyone for not putting it out. I think the situation was just out of control, and everyone's doing the best they can. Yeah, it's not just these trailers. If you look, if I can show you across the street, this is a more affluent neighborhood in Santa Rosa, where there was fancy wineries. Hilton Hotel was right over that ledge there that's burned. The Hilton Hotel went down in flames, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, but this trailer park, you can tell, got hit real hard. And there was I'm sure a large density of people here compared to, you know, a normal suburban, more suburban neighborhood. You can see here's a freeway sign for the 101. Let me zoom out. And it burned to the ground, and it's overlooking the trailer park. Yeah, so folks, if you're just tuning in, we're in Santa Rosa. This is one of the scenes of devastation at the local wildfires that have been ravaging California. These are pretty historic wildfires. California is known for wildfires, but even by California standards, this one has been incredibly out of control. Large 70-mile-per-hour plus winds. It looks like they're taking a body out down there in a body bag. Just want to say my condolences go out to the friends and family of everyone affected by this. I know that there's a lot of people killed and there's a lot of people still missing, to the point of being in the hundreds of people are still missing, because crews are still digging through the rubble. this community is just completely taken back by this. The thing about Santa Rosa is it's a pretty large town. It's a pretty large city, and I think most people felt pretty safe here. I know I did. I've traveled through Santa Rosa a lot, and I never would have thought that a wildfire could get this far into the town. You can hear there's all sorts of aircraft. The situation is still ongoing. Last night I was in the town of Calistoga, got past the police roadblock, and there was a mandatory evacuation. The town's completely deserted, and there's other wildfires breaking out all around California. Looks like these first responders are moving in a stretcher. So I'm going to be going to other places too today, including the refugee evacuation centers that have been set up. Hotels in the area supposedly have been price gouging. My one friend told me that the Motel 6 was $250. So I'm not gonna stay there. I'm gonna go stay in the shelter and continue to film out here for the next little while. I'm not really sure how long. You can see they're just making a coordinated effort to go in an organized way and go through all the debris. I don't know how many trailers were in here, but it's got to be dozens. This is literally one of the first place I stopped this morning getting off into Santa Rosa. I haven't even really driven around the town yet, and police roadblocks are up all over the place, so it's really hard to get anywhere even with the press credentials at this point. I think the whole area is just kind of on lockdown. Yeah, I'm not breaching the roadblocks. I get permission. I talked to several police officers yesterday, gave them my press credentials. They're allowing press in, but they're not allowing just normal civilians, I guess. But that's not something that I did without clearing it. I was actually surprised they let me through because the town was just a complete ghost town. It was so eerie to sleep there last night, with no one in the town, sleeping in my truck in this smoky, abandoned city. It's just surreal. You can see that they're working in a line, and trying to systematically go through this area. Logistically, this is just, a huge undertaking. I mean, this is just, there's dozens and dozens of first responders here, and this is just one of the many, many areas that have been affected by this fire. Last night on the way here, I saw large wildfires completely engulfing homes and structures right off the 101, 60 miles from here. And yeah, as you can see, the air quality is really low, and the whole town is in a haze. I know that the wine harvest is still going on, and there's a lot of workers in the grape industry that are being forced out into the fields to bring in the harvest in this kind of super bad air. And so there's a lot of issues, you know. There's the issue of the prison inmates that are only being paid $1 or $2 a day to do some of the more dangerous fire work. And so there's a lot of other like social issues here at play, but no matter which way you cut it, this is a pretty devastating thing for California, for a lot of people. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap up this live stream and probably do some more later. I don't know how long this has been going on for, but live in Santa Rosa, and I guess we'll just keep filming. Really sorry to all the friends and family and all the people affected by this. You know, I don't know what else to say, but thanks for joining, and thanks for supporting independent media. We'll continue to try to bring you the story. Thanks.